Well, hello, everyone. This is Maria Pietroforte, and I'm here today to talk to you about it's hard to get a gauge on your company culture when your company comprises mostly of people pleasers. In my many years across the nation as an executive leader and president, I have found that oftentimes the company and the executives of the company and many of their leaders misread what's really going on with their people. And if you don't understand what's happening and how your people feel, you're never going to be able to realistically lead your team and retain your talent, right? So when we're a people business, which we are, especially when you're customer facing, whether you're selling a product or you're in the apartment industry and we're renting apartments, any type of business that's customer facing, you typically hire people pleasers. Surprised? You shouldn't be, because people pleasers tend to want to help others. They want to please people. They want to make them happy. So salespeople, leasing team members, customer service team members, they definitely want to help others. So they're people pleasers. Let's talk about why they may not give you the most accurate information about what they think about your company, what they think about you, what they think about your leadership, your benefits, just about everything. Part of it is fear. A people pleaser doesn't want to rock the ship, right? They want to keep peace. They want happy, happy, happy. That's what they want. And they protect themselves by keeping the environment happy. I see people saying hello. Hi, Jill. Hi, Kevin. Good to see you. So they also don't want to be criticized. And a people pleaser doesn't like to criticize. They don't want to talk about the negatives. So they have a hard time telling the truth. Not that they're lying, but they don't want to tell you what they really think because of repercussions. It makes them nervous. It's just not who they are. They don't want to lose their job. They don't want to lose a potential promotion. They're afraid of retribution. Again, they want to keep the peace, right? So they're going to be really hesitant about giving honest feedback, and especially anything that's negative. Okay, so what do you do about it? Okay, here goes Rockstar. So what do you do about that? Well, you're going to have to encourage feedback. You really do. You're going to have to create an openness throughout your team that they really want to hear how people really feel. And that means you're going to have to develop better listening skills, impeccable listening skills, because you're going to need to listen to what they say without interrupting them and without being defensive. And that's basically, that's what I think I've got allergies. That's what people want to do, is they want to tell their side of the story as a leader and a manager, and you can't do that. You've got to listen. So it takes a lot of humility from a leader to be able to hear honest feedback and to be able to take that honest feedback and then translate that into actionable items that's going to create a better culture and retain your talent. So a couple things that you can do is that you've got to be able to get this honest feedback. So a lot of companies will create a chat box. So you can have a chat box that's anonymous. You don't have to register, and it goes somewhere neutral. And you're not going to track it. You're not going to track that IP address. No cheating. But you've got to let people have an outlet to speak freely. Obviously, it would be amazing if your HR department could help with this. But a lot of times, again, people don't trust HR because HR also is the group that does terminations. So you really have to work on it. You've got to make it your purpose, your intention. So suggestion boxes, suggestion email boxes, although people aren't going to want you to see their email, you've got to come up with a way. I love, there's some new technology out there where you can set up an iPad that allows people at any time to put in feedback. And I think that's important, especially if you want that type of engagement, that transparency, that honest feedback. So what happens when you get feedback? Let's just say that they don't like your benefits and you hear that more than one time. You have to own that. You've got to communicate that. And then you have to come up with something positive and actionable to show the team members that you're listening. Another thing that works sometimes, if you've got a person that can encourage people to talk to them, is, I call them brown bag lunches, is that you do little small lunch meetings, you can do donut meetings, and you encourage people to talk about how they feel. Again, most of this is note-taking for you because you cannot say anything back other than, thank you for sharing. I really would like you to speak up more freely, more often, that type of thing. You also have to be open. Now, again, you've got to be open in what you share and open in how they see you. So what that means is that you may have to share the good, the bad, and the ugly, because they will mirror your behavior. If they see that you believe, hey guys, I really think there's some things we can do at our company to make this a better place. Let me give you an example. I've heard through the grapevine that a lot of you wish that we had more PTO. Now, all of a sudden, you've opened the door and you're going to get great feedback by doing that. So sometimes you have to take the lead. You need to let your team members create the topics and the questions for your surveys. So if you're going to send out a survey, why don't you make sure you're asking the questions that your team wants, not that your leaders want. So you might want to get a group together of different levels of employees, different job descriptions, and ask them either to work together or come in independently with 20 questions that they'd like the company to ask, and then see which are the most popular questions and pick the top 5, and then you could add all of yours. But you've got to let people have a voice. It's the only way to truly get an accurate assessment of what your people think. Because I can tell you this, that most people, especially your frontline people and your hourly people, when you ask them to do a survey, they're going to do it because you're telling them to, and they're people pleasers. But they're going to think that you're not going to do anything about it anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I say. That's not a good place to be. So we can do something about that. When you're in person and you're the leader, asking questions like, what are you getting from me that you like? Or what can I do that would be more helpful to you? Or what are you not getting from me that you really want? And then let them answer. If you really want to dive into this, I can help. I'd love to help you. There is so much that you can do to engage your team members and to get honest feedback. So, with that said, today I'd like you to go out and do something positive. Do something positive that's going to help others, help yourself. Because remember, the only person that can change you is you. But you can certainly influence others with your positive attitude. Thank you so much for listening today. Again, I'm Maria. Consulting.com would be the easiest way to find me. Bye, everybody. Oh, whew. Bye.